Simon Cowell, known for his tough persona and sharp critiques, shocked the world when he revealed that he was expecting a child with Lauren Silverman, his best friend's wife. For years, Simon had made it clear that he wasn't interested in starting a family, believing that fatherhood would interfere with his lifestyle and career. However, when Lauren became pregnant with his child, it turned his world upside down. The news was controversial, especially given that Lauren was married to Simon's close friend, Andrew Silverman. Despite the scandal, Simon embraced the idea of fatherhood, and when his son Eric was born, it marked a profound turning point in his life. He rushed across the Atlantic to be with Lauren, and the moment he held his son for the first time, Simon was overwhelmed with emotion. Eric's birth reshaped his priorities and had a profound impact on his personal life. Eric's birth and its impact on Simon's life. The birth of Eric Cowell wasn't just a momentous occasion, it was a life-changing experience for Simon. Known for his relentless work ethic and sharp tongue, Simon was always dedicated to his career. However, the arrival of his son shifted his outlook on life, showing him a new, softer side that few had seen before. The experience of becoming a father made Simon rethink his priorities, and for the first time, he began focusing on his health, relationships, and the importance of family. He found joy in simple moments like reading bedtime stories and playing with Eric, which brought him an unexpected sense of fulfillment. Eric's birth helped Simon reconnect with the values of love, family, and emotional well-being, things that had previously been overshadowed by his busy career and emotional struggles. Mental health struggles and the role of Eric before becoming a father. Simon Cowell had been struggling with depression and a deep sense of loss. The passing of his mother, Julie Brett, had left a void in his life that he found hard to fill. During this difficult period, Simon threw himself into his work, using it as a coping mechanism to avoid dealing with the grief and loneliness that plagued him. He described this time as one of desperate unhappiness, where work became his escape from the pain of losing his mother. However, the birth of his son Eric was a turning point that changed everything. Eric gave Simon a new purpose and reason to embrace life again. His son's presence became an emotional anchor, offering Simon a fresh perspective on life, healing, and what truly mattered beyond career success. The healing power of fatherhood. Fatherhood had a healing effect on Simon Cowell. As he began to spend more time with Eric, Simon started focusing on more meaningful and balanced aspects of his life. He became more involved in Eric's daily routines, such as feeding him, playing, and reading bedtime stories. These simple, everyday activities helped Simon rediscover the joy of living, giving him something to look forward to every day. Eric's innocence and joy became powerful tools in Simon's journey through grief, and through his son, Simon began to experience emotional healing. Eric became a symbol of hope, showing Simon that while grief is a part of life, it doesn't have to define one's entire existence. As a father, Simon found new strength and motivation, helping him cope with the lingering sadness of his mother's death. Making health and well-being a priority. As Simon embraced his new role as a father, he started to make changes to improve his mental and physical health. Before Eric was born, Simon was notorious for his unhealthy lifestyle, often working long hours, smoking heavily, and neglecting his well-being. However, Eric's arrival gave him a reason to prioritize his health. He began focusing on self-care, seeking help for his mental health struggles, and adopting a more balanced lifestyle. Being a father meant that Simon had to be in the best possible shape, both physically and emotionally, to care for his son. His journey from workaholic to involved father marked a major transformation, with Eric serving as the catalyst for this much-needed shift. Simon's newfound balance between family, work, and self-care allowed him to cope with grief more effectively, learning to face challenges with a healthier mindset. The near-death experience that changed everything. In 2020, Simon Cowell experienced a terrifying accident that nearly cost him his life. While riding his electric bike at home, Simon lost control and fell, breaking his back in several places. The injury was so severe that it nearly left him paralyzed. The accident served as a brutal wake-up call, forcing Simon to reevaluate his life and priorities. He had always been driven by a relentless work ethic, often putting his career ahead of everything else. However, the accident made Simon realize how fragile life is and how quickly things can change. During his recovery, Simon reflected deeply on his life and the importance of cherishing his family and loved ones. The accident left him facing not only physical pain, but also an emotional reckoning with the fleeting nature of life and the need to appreciate what truly matters. Lauren Silverman's unwavering support. during recovery. Throughout Simon's recovery, Lauren Silverman, his partner and the mother of his son, was by his side every step of the way. Lauren's unwavering support during this challenging time was essential to Simon's physical and emotional healing. She played a crucial role in helping him navigate the long road to recovery, providing both practical and emotional support as he dealt with the aftermath of the accident. The experience tested their relationship but also strengthened it, highlighting the importance of partnership and commitment. Lauren's presence reminded Simon of the value of love, connection, and support during difficult times. Together, they faced the challenges of Simon's recovery, and their bond grew even stronger, proving that love can withstand even the toughest circumstances. Rethinking life. After the accident, Simon's near-death experience forced him to confront the reality of how he had been living. Prior to the accident, his life had been dominated by work, and he had often sacrificed personal relationships and his own well-being for the sake of his career. However, after the accident, Simon began to see life through a different lens. The accident served as a reminder that no amount of fame or success could replace the value of being present for his family. He realized how important it was to be there for his son Eric and nurture his relationship with Lauren. The terrifying near-death experience became a catalyst for Simon to prioritize his health, his family, and the things that truly brought him joy. He began to appreciate life more fully, knowing that it could be taken away in an instant. The heartbreaking loss of Liam Payne. Just as Simon was recovering from his accident and starting to rebuild his life, he faced another heartbreaking loss. In October 2024, Liam Payne, one of the former members of the globally successful boy band One Direction, tragically passed away after falling from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires. Liam's death shocked Simon, who had played a pivotal role in the formation of One Direction and had become a close mentor and friend to all the members, including Liam. The loss of Liam brought back painful memories of grief and loss for Simon. It served as another reminder of how fragile life is and how important it is to cherish the moments and people who matter most. As Simon mourned Liam's death, he reflected on how much of an impact Liam had on his life and the industry, and how much he had meant to everyone who had known him. Grief, legacy, and moving forward. The sudden death of Liam Payne marked another devastating chapter in Simon Cowell's life, coming on the heels of his own personal struggles and the loss of his mother. Liam's passing reminded Simon of the deep pain that comes with losing someone close and how the impact of that loss extends beyond the individual. Simon's tribute to Liam was heartfelt, acknowledging not only his talent, but also the kind of person Liam had been. The loss of Liam, like the other tragedies Simon had experienced, underscored the importance of love, family, and support in the face of grief. As Simon continues to navigate the challenges of life, he remains committed to his family and finding joy in the moments that truly matter. Despite the heartache, he has learned that even through loss, life continues, and love remains a guiding force in his journey.